I have a phone stand, yeah.
Yeah, I need to switch it. I don't like this one.
You want this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I put it on the table.
Oh, okay. What's up, guys? I'm just working on a project in the garage right now. I'm sanding a old vintage wooden chair so that I could refurbish it basically. Now I'm just taking a break because apparently I stole my wife's phone stand. I just grabbed one from upstairs. I didn't know which one was which. So it turns out I grabbed the wrong one. Coincidentally. I just haphazardly grabbed it and then it ended up being the wrong one. Unfortunately. I'm just waiting for more people to respond right now, so if you guys are wondering why I'm just sitting here, it's because I'm just waiting for a couple more people to stop by and say hi. So if you're on the live, you could say hi, and if you are watching, you can give the little thumbs up, and you can say hi, share it. Don't forget. I have been waiting for you, Abordini. I mean, Arboreal octopi. Or wait, no, what is it? Arboreal octopi. I have been. But in all seriousness, guys, no, I'm waiting for more people to hop on the live and start the chats going, sharing, hitting the like. And then I'll start going. I'm working on a project right now, like I said, guys. I'm doing a restoration of a chair. It's like an old wooden chair. I'm just kind of sanding it down, trying to strip the old stain off of it. I'm napping, but need to get some water. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I just took the biggest nap of my life. Like I slept probably for maybe 2 hours for some reason. I've just been so tired lately. No reason in particular, just I think it's just like life catching up, like day after day, waking up early, working, not sleeping good at night for whatever reason. Meth? What does meth mean? MEFF? What is that? And don't forget to like, guys. Because, yeah, like I usually don't nap, to be honest. I think I explained this before. Like I don't nap very often, but um, if I do, it's probably because I was so tired. There we go. I see that. I see that little thumbs up, guys. I see 5 people that haven't thumbsed it up. Guess who? Guess what? Who is it? Yeah, so anyways, I was just working on a project in the garage. I was sanding a chair. Next thing you know, Zara barges in and says, "Do you have my phone stand?" I said, "No, I have a phone stand." I didn't know she had a specific one. I used to have one down here in the basement, and then it was brought upstairs the other day, so I didn't know. I couldn't tell them apart, to be honest. They all looked the same to me, but obviously she had the one that she really wanted, I think because it folds up differently, so she could put it on the table or something like that. And so we swapped the phone stand back. But yeah, thanks for the like up, Derek Deven or whatever your name is. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the project that I'm working on. In here. Ta-da! It's a chair. And basically what I'm doing is, and I started this a while ago. It's a chair, and it was all dirty and old and stuff like that. I needed it to dry off, and I washed it. Like I cleaned all the spider webs and like layers of dirt and mud or whatever, like dust off of it. Now I'm sanding it, and then I'm gonna like paint it or whatever. I'm gonna put stain on it. What's on my sweatshirt? It's a hockey player. I'll try to zoom in closely so you guys can see it. It's a hockey player, but all the letters, if you can see, when I zoom in closely, all the letters like are spelling out different First Nation tribes in Canada. So like all these words are all the different First Nations across Canada. Ah, the gorilla versus bear guy. Oh yeah, is that what you remember me as? I had a very, very long discussion about the bear versus the gorilla. I see only one like. That's why I say that. Yeah, well, there's 4 now. There's 4 likes up there. So, but yeah, right now, guys, I'm just like I said, I'm working on this chair project. Are you Hungarian? I mean, do you have Hungarian roots? I do. Yeah. How did you guess that? I'm part Hungarian. Wolverine versus Honey Badger. That would be an incredible fight. Like I actually don't even know. Like a Wolverine such a fierce animal, probably one of the fiercest of all time, right? So elusive, so fierce, so strong. But then the honey badger, fearless, absolutely fearless animal. Um, just so what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like defensive, but not defensive. Like, oh, indestructible, basically. Indestructible animal and very smart too. They know how to escape and stuff like that. Um, I don't know, man. I really, really don't know. Yeah, I remember. I was the guy who was telling you how a thumb made a difference in the fight. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The thumb argument. The thumb argument was a huge part of the debate, you know? Yeah, give me the wolf. They're going to jump the honey badger. No, we're saying Wolverine though. Wolverine versus a honey badger. I'm Romanian. I have a sixth sense for detecting Hungarians. Not just kidding. 'Cause I think Zara mentioned it in one point. Oh yeah, yeah, probably. Oh, 1 second, guys. I just want to go say hi to my. Oh, man. Sorry for the delay, guys. I had to run for a minute because my nephew just got home from his swimming classes, and I wanted to ask him how he did, if he swam good. Well, it happened from my team got beat out by the Broncos. Damn, the Broncos. Thumbs turned out to be vital. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Much more leveled. It's 10:59 p.m. here in Minnesota. It's 16 degrees outside with snow. Oh, dang. Yeah, did you guys hear about the snow in Russia? It snowed so much it like buried apartment buildings. Like it was like snowmageddon out there, guys. Literally snowed like the snow was taller than buildings. Depends on if they have three stages of hell match like you had the bear and the gorilla. Oh yeah, like the honey badger. The honey badger would definitely win in a cage match because I've seen videos. Honey badgers know how to escape out of cages. So they would probably win in the cage match portion. And then if the second stage was like a ladder match, I think the Wolverine would probably win. And then if they just had an I quit match to finish the thing off, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. Frank Tar, how do you say Tarkutin playing weather? Fran Tar Fran Tarkutin. I don't know who that is. What is that a person? Should I know about this? That's so cool. Our Hungarian communities are crazy about hockey. It's like their number one sport. Really? That's crazy. I didn't know that because I don't think I've ever seen a Hungarian hockey player uh like I don't know of any that made it to the NHL yet, you know? Like it's a pretty small country, you know what I mean? Like for example, I don't think they have an Olympic team, you know? So uh I didn't know that. But maybe are you talking about the Hungarian communities in Canada, like the Canadian Hungarians? Because if that's so, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of um, hockey players from Hungarian descent. Fran Tarkenton was a quarterback a long time ago for the Vikings. Oh, okay. His name was Fran. Isn't that a girl's name? Or is it like Fran? Am I saying it right? Anthony Henrique just lurking over there with the eyes. The reason why my lighting is bad is because I'm in a garage right now anyways, guys. Is it Frank? Yeah, is his name Frank or is his name Fran? Is it Fran or Frank? And then, what do you mean he's playing the weather? He's playing the, like he's good at playing in snow games or whatever? Or are you talking about the thing that I was saying? Did you guys ever hear about that Russian town that got covered in snow? Like it was like a record. The snow was so deep it buried buildings. It's Fran, number 10. We had 6 feet of snow once in Jersey. Damn, that's a lot of snow, too. That's like you open your front door and you're stuck inside type of snow. The pictures I saw of the Russian place, though, was insane, guys. Like, I literally think it's AI when I look at them. You know, like, I actually don't even know if it's real. I've seen some people saying, this can't be real. Is this AI? Blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of crazy. You don't know what to believe anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the images and you're like, can we trust this is real? He's using a 40 grit sandpaper, LOL. Yeah, exactly. I jumped in and it couldn't see anything. He likes the dust. Grab a drill and find something to wrap the paper around. Well, to be honest, guys, I have a little sander thing too. Like this thing. This is like a sanding machine. I could use it, but it's really loud, and I think it'll just be annoying if I turn on a power tool right now. It's so late and loud. And for your guys' viewing enjoyment, like the machine was so loud that it'd be even worse than the sound of my ASMR sanding. No, the drill will be just as loud too. I used to have a drill attachment as well. I think I lost it over the years or whatever, but it's actually a sanding attachment, and you pop it into your drill, and it's like a circle pad, and you put sandpaper on the end of it, and it's like a attachment to turn your drill into a circular sander. But this thing is more of a it's just like a electric sander. Like it goes zzz when you turn it on. Like this, I don't know if you guys can see, but this little bottom thing, it kind of vibrates. It shakes back and forth at a super high rate, and it sounds really good. But like I said, I don't want to turn on a power tool at this hour right now. I'd rather just do a little bit of hand sanding. We want to hear the electric sand belt. Okay. Let's get a couple votes in, guys. Who wants to hear it? Say yes. If I get like 2 other people to say yes, I'll do it. Just waiting for the votes, guys. You have a couple minutes here. Cast your votes. Who wants to hear the electric sander? I'm gonna make Summer Page a moderator. Okay, so Chronic Carlos said yes. He said, of course. These communities are like in the center of Romania, near the Carpathians. They are tight-knit communities. They call themselves Zacheli first. And yes, okay. We got enough votes in, guys. That's it. I'm going to turn on the belt sander. Okay, you guys ready? And I'll zoom in so you guys can see. You'll see the dust flying off of it. But it's so late for this type of noise right now, guys. Like, I just don't want to annoy all my neighbors and my family members and stuff like that, you know? Like, I think it's too late to be running a power tool right now. So I think I'm just going to show you guys. That's it. I'm not going to use the belt sander anymore. Although it did a really good job. Like, that was so easy. You can see it most on the edge, like right here. What do you guys think? Is it a pair or just one? No, it's only one chair. It's just a single chair. But like I said, I have a client that I'm working for that she wants me to restore it, so I'm like restoring it. There's nothing like particularly wrong with it. It's just kind of old, and it got really dirty and faded and a little wobbly. Like I might reinforce it somehow, like on the bottom here. I'll show you guys. I might maybe put something in it to make it a bit stronger, but I don't know what. It doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. But anyways, I'm just sanding off the surface so that it could reabsorb some new stain. I'm ready for spring as well. Yeah, exactly. Like it's almost spring out here, so that's the reason why. It's an outdoor chair. It sits in the garden, and you know, um, people like to sit in their gardens, in the backyard with a nice chair like this to read and stuff like that. So I'm getting it ready for spring because pretty soon it's going to be spring here, especially where I live. Like honestly, like I'm already doing spring cleanups um, for people's yards. Like I have a spring cleanup I'm doing tomorrow. I did one 2 days ago or yesterday. I forget. The days are all flying by. Like I said, guys, that's probably why I was so tired. I've been working a lot lately, and it's not even that long of a day, like comparatively to some of the long days I can put in the summertime. But it's just, you know, be, you got to get into the zone of that, like it's like building up your stamina. And then on top of that, it's almost like your body needs to get back into the rhythm as well of being able to work all day, sleep all night. But if you work all day and then you toss and turn at night and watch movies until 2 in the morning or whatever, that's not good. You know what I mean? Like then you're waking up with only a few hours of sleep, and then it starts to compound. But once you get into a rhythm of like a very solid sleep and wake pattern, like you don't feel as fatigued anymore. So I think that's just kind of what is on the horizon for me, at least. Fed Spoon says you look a bit like me. Okay. I always wanted to visit Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. You should visit it one day. It's a really nice city. Vancouver is truly a world-class destination. And it really gives you the best of both the beauty of like a metropolitan, like large city like landscape, but also the connection to the nature that Canada has to offer. Howdy doody there, chest lights. Howdy. I've seen those donkey videos, and they are like predators. Really? What do you mean, donkey videos? What are you talking about? Do you know the live streamer Maddieverse? She's from Toronto. No, and I think I explained this yesterday, guys, and like I said, I was a little embarrassed to explain it, but I'll just tell you guys flat out. And the only reason I say embarrassed, I shouldn't even say embarrassed. It's just peculiar, and peculiar because of what I'm doing right now. I don't really watch any streamers, like I don't watch any other streamers. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't ever watch streamers, which, I just say it's peculiar because I'm streaming. So it's like, how do I not watch streamers if I'm a streamer? I don't know. It just turned out that way. The only other streamer I ever watched was my wife, and I think it is probably strange because um it'd be like an actor that doesn't watch movies. That's kind of what I thought about, but in a way it's not, because streaming is such a new um medium. It's not really like that. It's just because I understand the essence of what it is. And it's not like I've never watched streamers. Like I've seen some of the main ones before, you know what I mean? Like the big ones, like the ones that are like super famous, like speed or whatever. Uh, are those joints glued or tightened by screws and bolts? I think they're doweled, like they're glued and doweled. I'm pretty sure because I don't see any screws. There's no metal in this thing. I think it's all wooden dowels. Later search donkey versus other animals. It's epic. Are you serious? Like, are you saying donkeys are pretty like hardcore? It doesn't seem strange, and it's also a flex that the only streamer you watch is your wife. I guess so. Yeah, it's kind of a flex. So yeah, I don't even really know what other streamers do or say. I just do. I just do my own thing, guys. I don't want to just influence or like copy, like get influenced by other people and take their ideas. Zara's live right now. Yeah, I know she's on a live right now. That's why she came and took my phone stand. Actually, it was her phone stand. I think I stole her phone stand and she took it back. And the reason why is because I used to have a phone stand down here because a lot of the times I do my streaming down here in the garage or in the little treadmill room, and I had a phone stand down here for a while, and then one day I came down and it was gone. And I think the reason why it was gone was because her and her sister were live streaming upstairs. They were doing a late night stream, and this was around the holidays. Maybe it was about a week or two ago, and they did a well, maybe I don't remember what it was, but anyways, they did a late night stream where they were doing like beauty things, like they were doing like hair and makeup or whatever at night, and I was already in bed sleeping, and I don't know how or why, but somehow she needed my phone stand. Gigi was playing some very sus music a few hours ago. LOL. Sus music, like what? Like sus how? Um, but yeah, anyways, sometimes we've done streams together, you know, and you guys can go watch my old live replays if you ever want to see those. You know, Zara makes appearances in a lot of those older ones because, especially the ones where we were on vacation, because we were always together, you know, when we were on vacation together. But for right now, like, I usually just try to do my own thing. I've also done ones where I'm working outdoors, you know, and I'm just kind of showing a perspective of what a day in the life of my work would be like sometimes. But those ones are harder to do, only because you're dependent on the data, like the Wi not the Wi-Fi, but the bars. You know what's it called? Like the cell phone signal. Um, you know, whatever it's called, the data towers or whatever. You're dependent on those signals to get your stream out, and sometimes it lags and it's, you know, it's choppy or whatever. Cellular data, yeah, whatever that's called. Cellular data. Is it data or data? Um, you're dependent on it though, and especially in this town that we live in now, it's so spotty on the island because I think there's only a few cellular towers, right? And they don't reach all the whole city properly. Like there's some neighborhoods where the data's so bad that you just get no bars. Like it's just terrible. And so anyways, so if I do an outdoor, you know, live work stream, it's a little bit risky because it could be bad coverage due to the fact that it's bad data. And then as well, um, you know, I need a job where I can just set up my camera and put it in one spot, and then if I'm working in one spot for a long enough time, because a lot of the times I'm working all over the yard, like I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm doing a bunch of different stuff all over the property, and then it slows me down too much when I'm trying to work because I'm focusing too much on moving around my camera every 2 minutes because I'm messing around with that, right? And then that's not good because then I'm like not even really focused too much on the job. So it kind of depends on the job. I need to find the type of a work stream where I can actually do it while I could just put the camera down and um like when we suggested scaffolding to fix the gutter. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think I did that one live because I was working in one spot, right? Just fixing one gutter, right? But if I'm going around all over the yard, right? Like I can't just be walking around with my phone, you know, the customer is going to be looking at me being like, what is this guy doing? Is he fixing my yard or is he busy like filming himself? You know what I mean? So that's one of the pitfalls of me trying to do like a live work streams. But if I'm home alone like this, like I took this chair home with me to do the restoration project, I can kind of just take my time on it right now because it's not a pressing issue, you know. Like it's still cold and rainy right now, but in probably a few weeks that she's gonna want this chair back. Meta glasses with a screen in one eye to read the chat will be in Canada this year. That could be neat. Oh yeah, that would be so cool if you could wear Meta glasses and then you have a camera that so you can see it. It's like your perspective of what I see, right? And then the chat could be like read through the glass, and then so then the streamer can see what the chat is saying, right? There's just one guy that I see his videos, his reels all the time, or shorts, and he wears like hidden glasses cameras, and he goes up to random people in like grocery stores and elevators and hardware stores and stuff like that, and he just says really weird, creepy stuff to them to make them to make to make them feel awkward and like just acts really strange, like just says really weird, strange stuff to them, and it's really cringy. It's like the type of video that you watch and you're like, oh my god, this is so cringe. But it's like you want to watch it. You're compelled to watch it because it's just you get like secondhand embarrassment from the guy being so weird to them. And I love those videos, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Those videos, for some reason, I love cringe. I love watching cringe comps on YouTube because it's like a train wreck, you know? You know you shouldn't be watching it, but you just can't look away sometimes, you know what I mean? And they just get me. The only sad part about it now though is I think it's not as it's not the cringe compilations that exist nowadays, they're not as authentic because I think there's too many people chasing it, you know? It got too popular and now people purposely try to make cringe content. And the reason why it's the purposeful ones don't hit as hard is because they're purposeful, you know, like it loses its authenticity and natural environment. Hey bud, does this stream have BOFA? What is BOFA? BOFA what? I don't understand. Can you explain what BOFA is? Hakadoshi? Does this stream have BOFA? Please explain to me what BOFA is. I'm so confused. It's an easier to build a cringe community, but it's toxic and it makes it not funny. Yeah, exactly. That's why I wouldn't personally not do it. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't subject myself to that. Bank of America? Oh, is that what BOFA means? Come on, Hakadoshi, explain it. Say what BOFA is. We're all waiting for you. But yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, guys, I don't think I could ever be a cringe guy, you know? I just couldn't handle it. If I ever do something cringy, it's just because of like natural. Like I'm never gonna chase it, you know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna purposely do it, you know? But yeah, the point of that story, the reason why I've even brought that up is because of the Meta glasses thing. Like, I think he's wearing glasses that have a hidden camera on them, so it's his point of view, like it's his perspective, and the reactions of like strangers, you know, like going up to a stranger and just like just saying a bunch of weird stuff to them, so that you could see their like their raw reactions, you know what I mean? And it's basically hidden camera style, you know? Maybe he explains it, I don't know, like after or something, like, you know, you never see the behind the scenes, obviously. So I'm guessing maybe he explains it to them. Like after he creeps them out, he like turns off the camera and says, "Hey, by the way, I was just a joke. I'm a streamer or whatever. I'm a YouTube guy. That was just, you know, it's a hidden camera. It's a prank." You know what I mean? Like prank shows, basically. Like pranks. Pranks, again, that's another genre of uh, videos that are kind of like a little, um, they're fun. They're a little fun to watch, like the whole train wreck thing that I was talking about. But they're a little sort of, you know, it's not a really good idea. Like if you could cut a tree and it crushed a house or something, would be cringe. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've definitely had some f ups before. Um, you know, caught on camera. Nothing that bad, but nothing. But I've definitely like made a couple of mistakes here and there that are caught on camera. You know, I can't think of any off the top of my head because none of them were that bad. But if you cut down a tree and it fell on somebody's house, that would be very embarrassing and very cringe. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had something that catastrophic happen before. It's always just been little mess ups, you know, little just tiny little happy little accidents, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, just enough to to roll it off your back, you know, and not worry about it a little bit too much. Yeah, some of those pranks are doing too much. Yeah, and say with the prank couple pranks or whatever, you know? Like where it's like a husband and a wife channel. I don't know if anybody's ever seen those ones, but they like start pranking each other and they're just not fun because it's just so fake. Like it's so obviously staged that it's like you don't even want to watch the video. Once you realize that they're in on it, it's like at least suspend disbelief for a second. Like nobody believes that you know, that they're really sleeping when they dip their face in like, you know, whipped cream or whatever. You know, whatever these damn pranks are. Tree cut falls are the best videos. Oh, I actually love watching those too. I've seen a lot of those where there's a huge tree and they think it's gonna fall this way and it falls this way. It falls right on the house. I've seen those a lot actually. Those are called fails. That's another genre of video that these are like classic genres I'm talking about, like fails and wins. Like that was like 2010 YouTubes, you know what I mean? Like 2010 uh to 2020, there was a huge rise of epic fails and epic wins. That's what they would call them. And it would be like hour-long compilations of home video of people just like yeah, like destroying their house by cutting down trees or crashing their bikes and stuff like that. Falling off their skateboards and stuff like that. And I love those types of videos too. Those are great. And wins are like, the opposite. The the thing where it looks like it's really dangerous or bad and but something bad is about to happen and then the opposite, it ends up turning out all right. About to start my shift. Nice. What do you do, ball pool? Hi again, Mr. Croc. Those old school home videos were always classic because they were naturally filmed. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It's the live element of it, right? Like you don't want everything to be staged, right? Like it's not fun seeing somebody smash something or break something when they did it on purpose. It's funnier and more um enjoyable to watch somebody accidentally smash something or break something, that wasn't expected. Mistakes that are caught on camera are fun when they're just like off the cuff. Am I pro Trump? No. I fix Boeing 747 airplanes for a living. Wow, that's pretty awesome. So you're like uh an airplane mechanic or whatever? That's pretty cool, ball pool guy. Yeah, so is Zara and Gigi sisters? Yes. Aircraft mechanic. Nice. You're a streamer, Mr. Croc? I didn't even know that. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I wanted to answer more deeply about the Trump guy. Pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Trump because I don't think he's a very good guy, you know? Ball, ever fix a SR716, sorry, 71 Blackbird? Is that the plane that somebody was saying it can fly across the country in like 30 minutes or whatever? Who was telling me that? I forget. It was a flat earther guy was telling me that the plane can fly so fast that the trajectory of the nose would have to be adjusted every 10 seconds. He said Tylenol causes autism. I don't think that that's the worst thing that Trump has done. I think the worst thing that Trump has done has potentially been committed illegal acts with underage people on Epstein Island. But I have no proof of that, so this is all speculation and hearsay or whatever. And that's just what I've heard through some speculation and hearsay slander or whatever. Summer Page, but Skunk Works at the Lockheed has some rad jobs like that. So did Bill Clinton and Obama. Well, I didn't say anything. I wasn't debating about whether or not Bill Clinton or Obama did or not. I'm just saying that's what I heard about Donald J. Trump. You know what I mean? Like, the argument is so did Obama and Clinton. Sure, yeah, they all did. I didn't say that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say that Obama or Bill Clinton didn't. You know what I mean? I think they all did too. Don't take advice from a man with a voice like that. Are you talking about me or who are we talking about? Donald Trump. Trump a bully. Sorry, I missed that comment from Break from it. What do I do for a living? I run a landscaping and property maintenance business. Hey, did all those horrible things? He did all those horrible things. That's why I haven't fully released. That's why they haven't fully released the files. Too many people tied to those files, but he's definitely on it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Kennedy. Oh, the Kennedy's about the autism Tylenol or whatever, right? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the reason why the files were protected for that long was because there's so many people implicated, and it didn't matter who was going to win the election, whether it was the Dems or the Republicans. Neither party wants to be the one to release the files because both sides have their people implicated. And the weird thing about it is when the Dems were in power, like back when Joe Biden was in charge, all the Republican supporters were saying, Joe Biden better release the damn Epstein files. He better do it. He better do it. He better do it. And then Trump got in office, and then he was like, oh, never mind. There's nothing to see here. And then people were like, what the fuck? Like, why did you say that before then? And then obviously it was very obvious that his name is in the files too. You know what I mean? And then the Dems jump on board, and then they go, yo, you better release the files. You know what I mean? Do I remember you? Yeah, I remember you, Sebastian DeJarlis. You were on just the other day, right? Do you play video games? Not really anymore. And I remember you guys, yeah. I was the first person to ask about the balloons. Oh yeah, we still have balloons, yeah. All dirty, F6. Yes, I was, yeah. Yeah, no matter which side you're voting for, guys, which party you support or whatever, there's going to be some bad people in both, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying they're all bad people, like every single last one of them. You know, I'm sure there's some good people as well. But I think the whole system is so corrupted right now. They got to figure something out. You know what I mean? It's almost like you need a full on reform or whatever, like tear down or whatever. And I think that was one of the things about Donald Trump that so many people supported when he first um, ran for office or whatever, right? He had campaign promises of saying he's going to quote unquote drain the swamp, right? He was like, oh, I'm going to drain the swamp, I'm going to get rid of all the swamp people or whatever, like it's a metaphor for saying like he's going to clean it all up, he's going to clean up politics, right? And then he got into power and he didn't really do anything. See you later, Sebastian. Thanks for coming by for a moment. Same here in Canada, dirty shit. Yeah, exactly. It's no different in Canada too. Like I'm just talking about US because somebody asked me if I'm a Trump supporter for some reason. How did people drown in the Titanic cause to drown? You need to drown in something wet, and water isn't wet. What? Neck hole. Put hole sleeve on armholes. That's 4. And also, the 2 holes in the middle are on the front and the back, so that's also 4. 8 total. Where are these questions coming from, guys? Like, I did I miss something here about the neck hole and the holes? See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Titanic has conspiracy theories. I mean, I've heard all the conspiracy theories, guys. Like, I'm gonna go sit in the other room where it's more comfortable. I'm all ears on the conspiracy theories, guys. I heard them all. Why is the sky blue? The sky blue is, I think, the sky was blue because the sky. I don't know. I don't know. You missed everything. No, you just answered a question that nobody asked. Neck hole, put on hole, sleeve arm holes. That's 4, and that's also 2 holes in the middle, or on the front and the back. So that's also 4. Like that didn't make any sense, bro. My shift starts soon. See you tomorrow. Make that tree trimming money. Oh, hell yeah, guys. I got a huge job booked in for tomorrow. What's up, Bridger? Okay, I'm a high as hell, and these people are mess with me with these questions. Yeah, I mean, I'm so confused about the whole comment guy, right? Like, I admit it, guys. Sometimes I'll get a little confused. Like, if somebody comments something and I didn't really get it, it went over my head. But that one was so confusing. Why is 70% of the Grand Canyon closed to the public and restricted? I heard that there's like pyramids in there or something. Like ancient pyramids, like the ones that are in Giza in Cairo, Egypt. I heard that there's pyramids that are hidden in the Grand Canyon. And the conventional explanation is what? That they're dangerous and conserved areas or whatever, like conservation. But that doesn't really make any sense. Did you know that some people think the world is flat? I've heard that before, yeah. Hughes is thinking it's flat. Canada is weed legal. Have great stuff. Yeah, Canada has legal weed. But yeah, as for the Grand Canyon, the conventional excuse doesn't really make sense. Do you toke? No, I don't. Because there's other areas of the United States that are also very dangerous to the public and deserve conservation. But why are they not as restricted as the canyon? You know what I mean? Doesn't really make sense, right, guys? Like if there's like forests and stuff like that, like up in the Northwest, that are also very dangerous and probably deserve conservation, why are they not closed off to the public as well, right? Like, it doesn't really make sense, right? Want to hear a joke? Yes. Please. Do you hate racist people? Because I saw a racist streamer and publicly ashamed him. Do you mean shamed? Was that a typo? Um, yeah. Yeah. I hate racist people. And no, you're not wrong. If he was truly racist, then yeah. You were in the right for doing that. You didn't do anything wrong. But I say if he was truly racist because I think some things can be misconstrued as racism sometimes, and I'd like to give people the benefit of the doubt, you know. So as long as you can verify that he was truly racist, then yeah, then you were in the right, and you were in the you didn't do anything wrong by shaming him. I'm waiting for the joke, Hute. Let's hear it. Yeah, I want to hear all the jokes, guys. Ha 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 ha. I didn't get it. I didn't really get it, guys. You gotta really explain it. Did you not see my message? Oh, no, I didn't see it. Bro, run. Knock knock. I just heard Zara talk about having a kid. What did she talk about? Run, bro. Bro, why would I run from Zara about having a kid? That would be insane. Who's Zara? Zara's my wife. That's why I'm saying it would be insane. Like, if Zara was like, "Oh, I'm having a kid," and I ran, that would make me look like an idiot. You know what I mean? Why would I run from a wife having a kid? Okay, we won't leave you behind. Yeah, exactly. That'd be crazy to leave a pregnant wife behind, guys. Don't do it. Whoever's thinking about doing that, don't do it, guys. That would be insane. You'd be the bad guy for sure. Classic music, war times, bro in danger. Run. What do you get when you cross a turtle and a porcupine? Let me think of this. Porcupines have spikes. Turtles have shells. Let me think about this hard. Porcupine and a turtle. I don't know. You got to tell me. I'm kidding. I'm a dad full time, 24/7. Oh, you had me going there for a sec. Slow poke. Ah, that's a good one. Oh, I just thought of one, guys, and this one's not that good, but it's just one I thought of. So I'm working it out. What do flat earthers eat for breakfast? Pancakes. Because they're flat. I'm working it out, guys. I know it's not that great, but you know, maybe I can improve it somehow. Okay, center or D? That's the question. Center. My chats are not going through. I think I'm being banned. Well, maybe you are, Hute, if you're saying like some really bad words or something like that. I think there's automatic filters for like you know, like profanity or whatever. I didn't turn on any filters or whatever or mods myself. Like I didn't put any banned words in my own chat logs, but I think there's an automatic filter for some bad things by YouTube. So I don't know what your joke is. Maybe it's too offensive and they just were like, no, we can't even let you say this one. Maybe, I don't know. $109, easy. $109 what? Oh, what's 10 plus 9? I missed that comment, sorry. What's 10 plus 9? 19. 10 plus 9. Is this a joke or are you truly asking the question? What's 10 plus 9? There are 9 slices of cake for each province except one in which one didn't get one. There are 9 slices of cake for each province except one. Which one didn't get one? $21. I think he means there's automatic banned words or whatever. Like I didn't put the banned words in the chat. Like you said banned words or whatever. There are 9 slices of cake for each province except one. Which one didn't get one? 21. I don't get that one. Oh, none of it. Why did Nineveh get none? Why didn't the science trust atoms? Oh, the scientists. Why didn't the scientists trust atoms? My bad. Oh, that's okay. It's all good, guys. None of it. Oh, it's like a play on words. None of it. None of it. I think it's pronounced Nunavut, though, so it kind of messes it up. None of it. None of it. Who's better, McDavid or Gretzky? I think Gretzky, probably. I mean, at least Gretzky won the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, why didn't the scientists trust the atoms, guys? Ross, Courtnall. Oops. No, it was a solid joke. It was also just it was a little confusing as well because it seemed almost like a riddle. Like about the 9 slices of cake and the 2 that didn't. Like it could have, to clean up the beginning, it should just say, "Hey, all the provinces got got cake except for one. Which one didn't?" Pray for Kurdish people in Syria. I ain't having none of it. What do you call a fish with no eye? So why didn't the scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. They didn't. So what do you call a fish with no eye? I'm gonna guess. Let me think about this one. Fish with no eye. Fish with no eye would be called an eyeless fish. A fish and chips. Where my roots from, like my ancestral roots, are from a cyclops. No, I don't think that's what it is. Oh, that one's a word pun. FSH, a fish. That one's a great one. Because you can't read that one. It's funny because you have to read it to understand it, but you can't, if you spell it out, that like you have to read it and say it out loud. So yeah, my roots, my like ancestral roots are from Hungary, Ukraine, Germany, and First Nation Canadian. What was the other one again? I forget, guys. Oh yeah, the Adams joke. There's another one that goes along with the scientist one. The scientist that forgot the atoms, or didn't trust him or whatever. I forget how it goes. Why did the scarecrow win his award? I know this one. This one's actually my classic dad joke that I remembered, so I can always pull it out whenever I need it. And the answer is, he was outstanding in his field. Right? The scarecrow won the award for being outstanding in his field. Is that it? He was outstanding in the field. Yeah, I love that one. That one's a really good one. That one's because that one's also one that you kind of have to read, but you have to read it, but you also have to doesn't matter. You don't have to read it. You could just say it out loud and it makes sense. Who do you think shot JFK? I think the CIA did it. Pool guy, what does SHOP spell out? TikTockey. Shop. Shop. What do you do at a green light? You drive. How do you organize a space party? I'm gonna guess how do you organize a space party? You're supposed to say stop. No, I didn't get tricked by it. It didn't work on me. Is your favorite color red? Yeah, I would say probably, but I don't really have a favorite color, guys. Like, I'm I'm a grown man. Like, I'm not 5 years old. Like, you know what I mean? But if I had to pick a favorite color, I'd probably say like red or maybe green. You know, I like all the colors. If anything, I just have colors I don't like more than that. You know what I mean? So how do you organize a space party? I'm gonna guess you let's think about this one. You call, it's gonna be a pun, I know it. It's you call the, I don't know, just tell me. I can't think of it. You plan it. Ah, dang it. Dang it. You son of a gun, you got me. But yeah, am I out to lunch on the favorite color thing, guys? Like, do people still have favorite colors? You know what I mean? Like, why did the banana go to the doctor? The banana went to the doctor because I'm gonna guess it's gonna be something like he because the banana went to the doctor because he didn't look very appealing, or something like that. Because he was peeling. It wasn't peeling well. Everybody figured out it had something to do with peeling. So, did you know colors don't exist? Its explanation proves we're in a simulation. Colors are wavelengths. Yeah, I've heard of this. So that's why, yeah, when you take a prism or whatever and you shine a light through it, it shows the spectrum of all the colors because those are different wavelengths of the light, the reflection of lights. Your eyes and brain process a reflection of light. Yeah, I feel like I had this conversation another time on another live when somebody was trying to tell me that black like doesn't exist. Like they're trying to say like there's no such thing as black, or black doesn't count as a color or something like that. Like I don't know if that was you, pool guy, that was trying to explain that or whatever. Why don't they just use salt to get rid of the ice in Minnesota? I think it's the wrong type of ice. That's why. So time isn't what we think it is. Right now, never actually exists. Oh my god, don't trip me out, man. Bro, I can't have that. That literally just my heart just started fluctuating when you said that. Why did the teacher wear sunglasses? She was hungover. There are stories of Christopher Columbus was on his way to USA. He saw many lights. Some say it was high intelligent aliens watching as they knew it was a history event. Yeah, it's possible, or maybe the lights were always there. Maybe there's those newer um, reports or whatever of the UAP craft that are going in and out of the oceans, around the naval bases or whatever. Like we're in 2026 apparently, but billions of not trillions of years have passed. What is a day or a year to a millennia, or a mile to a light year? The students were too bright. Oh, okay. Nah, so TikToky, did you hear about the alien activity in Peru? I've heard a lot about alien activities in Peru, yeah. It seems like it's a hotbed for that type of stuff too. Do I believe in aliens? I don't know. I honestly don't know, guys. I don't know if I believe in them in a sense that I don't know if I believe in them as like are they aliens, like aliens like from another planet? You know what I mean? Like some creatures, some beings that flew all the way across the solar system or whatever, or interstellar, time travel or whatever. Like maybe they're always here, like they're hidden underneath the ocean or something, or maybe they are time travelers, like, or interdimensional beings. Like they're from the fourth dimension or something. Sometimes we can perceive them a bit, or maybe they're just like maybe they're like what ancient religions describe as angels and demons. Isn't it interesting how we celebrate New Year every year, but at the end of time, it's just a man-made construct that doesn't exist? Yeah, exactly. A perfect way to explain aliens is how I, Terrell's dad. Who's I, Terrell? Interstellar? Oh. What time is it for me? Right now it's 10 p.m. Yeah, a fifth dimension. Infinity simulated. I mean, it's entirely possible, guys. Like, if infinity exists, then yeah, time is just a way for us to uh, make sense of what's going on right now. Yeah, like it's 12:02 for me. Yeah, like so, like we have our own clocks everywhere on Earth or whatever, right? But like, we could measure it, but if it's infinite, then there's a theory that infinity equals God. Yeah, there's no such thing as 10p scientifically. Spooky. Humans attempt to invent religions to explain infinity. Yeah, so, okay, infinity meaning it's infinite. Like, there's no end. It's just like the possibilities of everything is, it just doesn't stop, right? So, in that theory, I don't know if anybody's heard about this one. There could be other planets right now that exist because of the infinite nature of the universe that are indescribable, sorry, imperceivable. Like, there's no difference between our planet and their planet. Like, everything is exactly the same as the way that Earth is right now, somewhere in space, because of the possibility of infinity, that every single atom is arranged in exactly the same way somewhere else in another area of the universe. The only difference might be, like, literally one atom might be out of place, like it's 2 inches to the left somewhere. You know what I mean? And that means that there's another version of you that exists somewhere. If you swear on a sweater, aren't you the sweater? Oh, sweat. You meant sweat. If you sweat in a sweater, aren't you the sweater? Yeah. Unfathomable. So classical computers, which is what your phone, laptop, PC are, apparently all computers in existence would take tens of thousands of years to solve a problem that one quantum computer made by Google did in like 17 seconds. Yeah, I've heard about something like that, but like that doesn't really make any sense. Like, I feel like that's just theoretically, right? Like, that doesn't really make much sense. What's my job? I already explained that. I do like property maintenance and landscaping services and stuff like that. But yeah, what do you call Batman when he skips church? A Christian Bale. That's a good one, actually. Because he's Christian. He bailed on church. Christian Bales. Top 3 worst presidents in U.S. history. Go. Number 1, Joe Biden. Um, number 2 would be, number 1 definitely Joe Biden. Number 2, Donald Trump. Um, Number 3, worst presidents. I'll say Donald Trump. The other time the other term he ran for or whatever. Yeah, it's theoretical because it's in the early stages, but it just puts things into perspective. Yeah, I think there's going to be lots to be discovered in the next little bit here, guys, with these AIs and the computers and whatever. I think appreciating infinity is really humbling. Try to tell people that a second of time is worth more than all of the golden existence. You only live once. I hope heaven isn't theoretical. Bro, please go to Zara and show her that you can juggle. She was juggling potatoes right now. No, she wasn't. She was not juggling potatoes. I don't believe you, bro. Because I've never seen her juggle before, so I just don't believe that she's been hiding the skill of juggling all this time. Like, I've never seen her juggle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she could juggle, I would know. She would have done it for me before. You know what I mean? Like, she's not just keeping that in her back pocket right now. I do know that she can hula hoop though. She could definitely hula hoop. Yep, she's jumping. She can hula hoop. I know this, guys. But yeah, let's go back to the the infinite universe theory, right? It's infinite. So again, like just to explain what infinity means, guys, there could be another planet that looks exactly like Earth, like the way it looks here, in every single way, except for something different. Like, for example, everything's 2 times bigger. You know what I mean? Or 10 times bigger, or 100 times bigger, or something like that, or 100 times smaller. Because there is an infinite number of possibilities of how every single atom is arranged on in this like in like at this very second, in this very moment right now. But if time is infinite as well, going forward and backwards, there also could be all these places could be existing in different times as well, like in a million years from now, or a million years in the past, or vice versa, or any number of years. Does the infinite universe know how to make ice? Um, Probably, yeah. Infinite universe means that, let's say in the past 10 seconds, everything you did, you just did a certain way. Now imagine a new universe where a different action was taken infinitely. Now, take your whole life, and every second, every millisecond, another universe did an opposite thing. Infinite universe times infinite universes. Infinity. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm just giving one like very specific example so that people can sort of understand it. And it's not just about you and your actions, like one guy. Like it's even crazy to think about it as like one person. Like there's another universe where I did everything exactly the same except for that one time when I decided to go left instead of right, and it could change the trajectory. No, no, no. It's more like you go down to like the microscopic levels, and it's like the positions of electrons in every single atom, in every single position in the entire universe does something different infinitely. I wonder what factory makes hockey shoes, skates. Probably, I'm gonna guess somewhere in China is my guess. From 0 to 10, 0 to 0.00001 to 0.002, that can be done to infinite. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about non non-repeating, like non-rational numbers or whatever. TikToky, I think God hides in numbers. We are experiencing a minute amount of infinity. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I was just trying to say. It's crazy. It feels like you guys are like thinking, you're typing my thoughts right now, you know? Um like in the formula in the formula to figure out the circumference of a circle. No, the area. Is it the area or the circumference? I think it's the area of a circle. It's pi r squared, right? Pi is like a ratio of that exists in every single circle. Synchronicities. Carl Jung wrote about this. Yeah. If you look at the digits of pi, right? Like everybody knows pi is 3.1459, blah blah blah. Like it's a long repeating non-repeating. It's a long string of non-repeatable numbers that goes on forever, for infinity. It never ends, right? That means, this is a trippy thing to think about, guys. That means that within that length of numbers because it goes on for infinity. If you were to change the numbers, like the digits of the numbers themselves, into like a binary code, like the ones and zeros, within that chain of uninterrupted numbers would be every single book ever written, every single story of every single person's life on earth that's ever been lived, every thought, every dream, every sentence spoken, every description of every planet in the universe, every star, every void, everything would be encoded within the digits of the numbers of pi, because it's an uninterrupted chain of an infinite number of numbers. I was about to ask you if you had ever heard of the philosophy called solipsism. No, I have not. Want to know something freaky? Circles, triangles, and squares make up everything. They don't know if the universe is infinite, but they think it is because of numbers. I mean, I think it is. How could it not be infinite? There's nothing that makes sense that wouldn't make it infinite, because if it wasn't infinite, that would mean that there's an edge to the universe. Like there would be like a glass wall, or metaphorical glass. Like not actually, it doesn't actually physically have to be glass, but there would be an edge. What would be beyond the edge? Multiverse? Well, again, that still doesn't make sense. Then is the multiverse infinite? You know what I mean? Like all you're doing is now separating the verses into other verses. That's why we are falling. Are we falling? We're falling? I guess that makes sense. Fred, guys, you guys are tripping me out. I'm so like my brain is like fried right now. Yes, we are all falling. Who do you think the real rulers are today? The real rulers, like the real rulers of the society, like the earth that we live on right now, like the governments or whatever. I think the real rulers would be the ones who control the money. People who have the most money. The greediest business owner. I don't know if it's necessarily the greediest business owner. I think it's more like there's dynastic families that have been secretly, pulling the strings like puppet masters for years. Hockey, Zara is asking if you want chat. Oh, want chai? Sure, I like chai. Solipsism is a belief that I am you. Like, is that one theory or suggestion or whatever, that you live every life like when you die, you go to heaven, you meet God, and then he's like, okay, now you're going to go live as a different guy, and you basically live every single life simultaneously or something like that. Thanks for asking, John. He's being the John is being the messenger. Think about it. I am you. I don't want to think about that, guys. That's scary. When you die, you come back in the frequency source. What do you think happened on 9/11? Um, I don't know. What do I think happened? I think the U.S. government themselves were involved in orchestrating a false flag operation against its own citizens on American soil to justify a change in militaristic actions and and to hide something else. There's something else that was going on around that time. I don't know what specifically, but that I think that the system was being threatened to be overturned in some way that required such a brutal act to distract everybody from the truth. For example, the Pentagon building that was supposedly attacked by terrorists that dropped an airplane there. Just hold on 1 second, guys. I just had to go turn off the lights in the garage. But yeah, I think the U.S. government was involved in some way because I heard that there was like the Pentagon building that got bombed by the airplane. I don't think it was a airplane. I think it was like a missile, and they bombed it on purpose because it was like the records halls or whatever. It was like the accounting departments or something that got exploded, and I think that the budget was like there was like trillions of dollars missing or whatever. You know what I mean? And they wanted to cover up that there was a secret that needed to be covered up somehow. And then on top of that, there was people involved with the World Trade Centers that wanted to hide something. They wanted to they wanted to cash in or cash out somehow, like make money on insurance or something. I don't know. Fun fact: the night that I had the weirdest dream, saying this was the end of the world. Okay, that's kind of scary. Code in a game. Even though we're different people and we have different lives in different places, we share many things in common, like being human. I think it's pointless to waste time in conspiracies. Whatever always done by powerful people. What would do anything to maintain power? It has happened and will continue to happen. Better spend time on positive things or things to have power or control over. That's a good perspective. Hockey, there's a literal CCTV footage of airplanes crashing into the building. George W. Bush. Of the Pentagon, if you watch the video, it doesn't really look like an airplane though. It looks more like a missile to me when you watch the CCTV video footage of the Pentagon crash. Now, on the other hand, there's many different angles and videos of airplanes crashing into the World Trade Centers. And then the World Trade Centers both collapsed, but the collapsations looked more like demolitions. There was a building that fell that day as well, called Building 7, that wasn't even hit by an airplane, and it fell on its own accord. It looked more like it was a controlled demolition. It does look like an airplane. How do you account for the people missing that were in that specific airplane then? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying 100% that it was a missile. Like maybe Like maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Maybe they took the airplane away. Like maybe they just crashed it in the ocean or something like that. I don't know. But that part of the story I'm not too hung up on. Like I don't know if, for sure if it was an airplane or not. It just seems pretty fishy to think that that a person was able to take control of an airplane like that and fly it really low to the ground to be able to hit the building, the Pentagon building, without messing up first or whatever. I still remember the waterbed was effed up. I had 2 clear premonition dreams on it. So you slept on a waterbed and it gave you weird dreams? The hijacker also had prior flight training. Yeah, fair enough. I think that the hijackers were the story behind the hijackers were very integral to the part, like to the part of the, to make the story believable enough, you know. Like if the hijackers had no prior flight training, well then obviously this would make the story very unbelievable, like implausible completely. Only 2, but clear like messages. That's crazy. I want to sleep on a waterbed now just to see what would happen. Excuse me, guys. Who is richer, a monk in the Himalayas living off very little and no material possessions, who claims to have more than the richest man on earth, or who's the or? What's the other person? Is it going to be like Elon Musk or something? The richest man on earth who has the most material possessions like money, women, and power, who claims to be the happiest. Um, that question is a matter of perspective, right? Like objectively, the richest man on earth would be the richest man. Like if you define richness by material possessions. But objectively, you could say the man, the Buddhist monk or whatever, the Himalayan guy, would be the richest if you defined richness by, you know, closest to God or enlightened or whatever. India. Who's the current richest man? Do you think he's happy? India. Is Elon corrupt? India. Thanks, Raja Bada Raj. Your comments are really making the conversation much more enjoyable by just repeating India over and over. Think about his circles. I don't know. Yeah, Elon's probably corrupt. Yeah, I think he probably is. I mean, I heard I read a post today. I heard an opinion today. Rich is money and possessions. Wealth is money. Yeah. So I mean, the question about what you were saying there about who is the richest, it would be most people would say the richest man because most people define richness. Like when you say, "Hey, are you rich?" They're talking about money and possessions. You know what I mean? But you could say, "I'm rich in family, or I'm rich in health, or I'm rich in other, I'm rich in other, like, ways. Putin, 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 Putin. But rich don't mean bad. No, rich doesn't necessarily mean bad either. But oh yeah, I was gonna say, guys, Putin, Putin, Putin. Sorry, I just have to read every comment. I mean, the poor people in the third world countries who earn what you make an hour in a first world country. Ask them what they would do, if you would have. They designed the world to be how it is. Wait, before I go on to the next question of what are my thoughts on remote viewers, Summer Page, we got to take a slight detour so that I can say the thing that I said about the post that I saw earlier today. I think it was earlier today. It might have been yesterday. Whatever. Either way, I've seen it very recently, I'm going to paraphrase it because I can't remember what it said word for word. But basically, what it said was, "Okay, Raja, I might have to mute you because you keep spamming. I really appreciate your comments, but you only need to say them once. Like, I could see it. I see Putin is the richest. Putin is the richest. Putin is the richest. And then you said little and richest. Then you said 3 flags of India. And then a teddy bear. So I appreciate the comments, Raja, but you're doing it too much. And Chess Lights is thinking I'm missing his comments. Can you see my messages? I can see yours, Chess Lights, but I might have missed one. From the barrage of Raj. The barrage of Raj. But anyways, I'm going to sorry, it's okay. I just need to say this one thing, guys, please. Again, it's a paraphrase. I can't remember exactly what it said, but the gist of the post that I seen was this. It said that money is a lot like a drug in that it gives you a feeling of happiness, endorphins, whatever, because you can buy whatever you want with it, right? Like, if the more money you have, the more potential that you have to fulfill your desires, right? Just like a drug would, like cocaine or heroin or whatever, right? And once you have enough money, it would be easy to classify it as a mental illness to want to acquire more when you have more money than you're even capable of being able to use. So basically, the gist of the post was trying to say, like, the richest, millionaires and billionaires in the world seem to have some sort of mental illness in wanting to acquire more money, more dollars, when they really don't need any more. It would be like an alcoholic or a heroin addict or something like that has clearly indulged in so much of that that high, that pleasure that they get from doing it, that the billionaires of the world that have so much, that continuously still fight for more, and like are trying to increase their wealth even when they have an uncountable amount compared to everybody else. It's almost like they have a mental illness at that point. So the gist of that post just basically said something like that, and that maybe that it should be considered that way, and that there should be some sort of cap on people's ability to continue to gain money and power. The Stoic Man said, not true. I was just saying that sometimes people who want to make things out to be deeper than they really are. The government may have been involved, but those planes definitely crashed into the buildings. Oh, fair enough, chest lights. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too hung up on the fact that it was a missile or an airplane or not, but all I can tell you is what I think happened on 9/11 was a lot different than what the official story actually is. More money, more problems. Me. What's up, Jackie boy? Give me a question. Fun fact, plane can be controlled outside of a cockpit. In Mias. Gotcha. Thank you. They have an addiction to control. Money is tied to everything. The people who have the most don't want to give up their power. What is my college degree? I have a business diploma. We all have the same problem. No cap. That's ridiculous. Oh, about the cap on the money? Like a cap on wealth or something? I don't know if it's ridiculous. I don't know if it is. Like, I know I can see how somebody would have a lot of pushback on the idea of it because think of the families that were on the planes. People love conspiracies. Bro, think about the families of the people who died in the buildings. Like, I'm not saying that people didn't get, disappeared or whatever. Remember remote viewing. Okay, we'll get back to it. 9/11 was bad. 9/11 was bad. Yeah, I think 9/11 was bad, guys. That's what I think. But somebody asked me specifically what I think happened on 9/11. And I explained it. I think that someone somewhere somehow was involved on the in the US government. It wasn't just I don't think it was just a Taliban, orchestrated attack by 19 terrorists, you know, all planned and sort of set into motion by Osama. I don't think that's what the truth. I don't think that's the actual truth of the story of what happened. I don't think that the official narrative, the official, story, like the mainstream idea, I don't think that's what actually happened. Look up the gore floor on your own time. I don't know if I want to look that up, bro. That sounds bad. Are those recorded phone calls? But how did the phone calls come from the plane? They can barely do that today. Well, I know exactly. There's so much inconsistencies, guys. And also, think about all the times in the past that the government has had a technology that they secretly, they had, and then they released it later. I complaining to Zara about the spammers, LOL. Yeah, I know. There's spammers, guys, but we don't always have to ban them right away. Like, did you see that? I told Raja to stop, and he stopped. Now he's not spamming. He's just saying actual things. Happy birthday, what a shame. Let's go. Summer Page, look at, they were placed through the Air Force. Look it up. That's what Todd Beamer used to make his call. Yeah, all tech is military first. Okay, so airphones were extremely common in 2001. Okay, so guys, get this, right? If they have technologies years in advance, who's to say that they did not already have access to basically like the AI generated, like the Sora videos that we see right now? Like, has anybody ever seen the AI videos, like Sora videos, where it's like, it looks real, but it's like fake, it's fake videos? Who's to say they didn't have access to that type of technology back then? You know, like proto stages. And the reason why it was believable is because the cameras are come on, hockey. There are literally thousands of video camera
Oh, I
footages.
can burn myself again. Okay.
What happened,
Burn
sweetheart?
myself being the door.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I have to go.
Thank you. Come on, hockey. There are literally thousands of video camera footages of the attacks from different angles, and new images and footages are coming out almost every year. Yeah, exactly. That makes it even more. That makes it even more harder to believe. Like, why would there be new images coming out now? Why would they just be coming out now instead of 22 years ago? Are you Japanese? No, I'm not Japanese. I'm Canadian. It's just how people think the US didn't go to the moon, and that's how Hollywood started. I also don't think USA went to the moon, too. Bro, it's not AI. They're coming from actual people who were there at the time. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying that I just don't trust it, is all I'm saying, guys. It went. USA went to moon. How old are you, Chess? Yeah, see, that's another thing, guys. I'm only 34 right now. So when the September 11th attack, 2001 attack happened, I was only 10 years old. So my perception of the event is a lot different than somebody who might have been older because I was just a kid. Just got here. People called those involved in 9/11 were masterminds. Do you believe that they were masterminds? I don't know. All I'm saying is I think that there was a bigger plan. So there was more people involved than the true story. I'm not saying 100%. I believe everything was AI created. I think that there could be some AI things created. I think that the situation all looked very fishy, like the fact that Building 7 fell on its own without a plane ever hitting. I live on the moon. I was 17. That's when I joined the military. I remember it well. I live in the moon. Plan for what? Chess, what do you understand about money? Thank you. This is Iraqi chai. I watched the towers fall. Yeah, I saw them fall too, guys. I remember. I was watching what happened in my of my recollection is I was at school. I even no, I think I heard about it before I even went to school. I remember it was on the news or it was on the radio or whatever beforehand, and somebody mentioned it, like my mom or my grandma or whatever. Somebody told me, "Oh my God, something happened. You know, an airplane crashed into a building in New York." And because I was just a kid, you know, I was just a child at the time. I was 10 years old. I didn't think much of it. I'm just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. You know, I wonder if maybe because I was in my brain because I was just 10 years old. Don't forget, I thought, I wonder if maybe the pilot just took a wrong turn or something because the buildings are so tall in New York. You know, like I was thinking, you know, the buildings are so tall up to the sky. I didn't even think about the fact that planes fly much higher than skyscrapers. You know what I mean? And then, anyways, I go to the school, and within probably the first like hour or so of the day, the teachers explained that this was a very troubling situation, and they wheeled in a little TV into the classroom. Like they brought in the. If you guys went to school in the '90s or whatever. In Canada, you'd remember they have these TVs that they put on these big like carts, and they wheel in a TV to make us watch movies every once in a while. And they wheeled in one of the TVs and they turned it on to the news so that we can all watch what was going on because it was like that big of an event, right? Anyways, then we saw the second plane hit the building or whatever, and then the buildings collapsed, and it was crazy. Okay, I missed a bunch of comments. I'm going back to read them, guys. There was definitely a few things that don't add up. Yeah, that's such a loaded question. When will I visit India? When will I visit India? When will I visit India? Roger, stop spamming. Think you can swim to New Zealand to Australia? I don't think so, bro. I think that's too far of a swim. My school had it on the TV in the field just after 7 a.m. Calgary time. Live. Tell me, guess what? Everyone thought it was an accident until the second plane hit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Because I was a kid, I was like, oh shit, pilot must have taken a fucking wrong turn or something. F, guess what? Look up the mysterious disappearance of Snetha and Philip during 9/11. That's very interesting. I went to Iraq. I think I seen that. Tell me. But yeah, there's lots of inconsistencies and very strange things that happened with that scenario, with that day, you know? And I think that the official narrative is just not true, simply. I don't know what happened. I don't know. People say George Bush did it. Like Bush did it. Bush did 9/11. I don't think George Bush is a mastermind. You know, I think Chloe asked the question. Chloe Exquisite came on and said, do I think it's a mastermind or whatever? I don't think Bush was a mastermind. I think he was a pawn, just like, you know, the rest of them. Let me ask you this. Do you think Osama bin Laden is still alive? No, not really. I feel like Osama bin Laden's dead, but even that story was very fishy because they never showed the body of Osama. Didn't they just say they killed him and threw him in the ocean or something like that? And they never showed us, I'm pretty sure. The US government just changed the food pyramid, flipping it. Do you agree? Are you not familiar with the topic? What are your thoughts if you are aware of the topic? I'm aware of the food pyramid topic. I know when I was growing up, the food pyramid looked like this. The very top was like, let's start from the bottom actually. It'll be easier. The very bottom was bread and grains. Like it was like bread, cereals, grains, you know, rice, you know, your carbs basically. And then the second layer was vegetables, you know, like green, you know, lettuce and tomato or whatever, you know, green vegetables or whatever, fruits. Then it was meats, like dairy and meats, I think. And then the top was like your snacks or whatever. Why do you say there was no photograph of his body? Well, I don't know. I can't remember. Didn't they not for example, well, there was other you know, examples of people, high level terrorists and you know, those types of individuals that were like publicly executed basically, and I think that they had the footage of them or whatever. I don't remember the I don't remember them ever showing the footage of Osama bin Laden. I'm a vet, and I don't think we should gone to Iraq. I think we should have went to Saudi Arabia. We are AI. We're just computers regurgitating everything we've experienced and have been programmed from elementary school to high school or college. We're so predictable, and that's how they control. Yes, exactly. Yes, there was a pick. No snacks are not included in the fruit groups. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that part was wrong. You caught me on that one, Stoic man. Good paying attention. The Navy SEALs shot him in the eye. Either way, I don't really know. Like I said, I think Osama bin Laden is probably dead. If not of even just of old age at this point. You know what I mean? Like even if that official story was not true, like about that they captured him or whatever, Yo, Zara is making bank. $300. We are cheap guys. Crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, he might have just died of old age at this point. He would be 103 today, JK. We don't even give $1. Well, I don't have I don't have the super chat option yet, guys. I have to keep streaming to get more watch hours. I need a lot of watch hours first. But yeah, I don't know how old he'd be today. I know Summer Page is jokingly saying he'd be 103, but I think he'd be more like 70 or something, I'm going to guess. Like 80 maybe. 70, 80, 90. But maybe maybe he just died of like old age or whatever. Albert Einstein was a scientist. Albert Einstein was a scientist. Albert Einstein was a scientist. Hey, what's up, Mr. Waffle? Hey, what's up, Dan? Where? Why am I always Mr. Waffle now? What is this? Einstein was a scientist. How is the war for oil and the people fighting down own the oil but want to control it? Einstein was a scientist. Hey, green screen. I haven't done a green screen yet today, guys. Okay, the distance between stars of our tour cost for a long-term care is not time with you and with the family of tour costs. The coordinates in the middle of a good day. The boy 3 types and secondary if. J. Clin Chem Intel J. Clin invest in the distance between them and I am feeling better is now not to go back to bed and feel a bowling point of view of the tour cost. The distance is not to be in touch. The boy. Rajat B. Hardwajaj. I don't understand anything you're saying now at this point. Are you CM Punk? I'm straight edge, and I am not CM Punk. Read my previous comment. Okay, let me go back and read it again. Did I miss it? How's there war for oil and the people fighting down own the oil but want to control it? Cool nickname. I don't know what it means, but it's funny. I think the Oscar Shaw guy that always calls me Mr. Waffle is he says I'm waffling on subjects. Like I'm indecisive or something like that. Which is fair because I guess I kind of am. Only because I don't want to take a hard stance on something because that kind of paints you into a corner sometimes, you know? Like if you're like, no, I have a hard stance about my feelings on this or on that. Like I can be convinced, guys. You can convince me of something, you know? If you can make a logical, sound case of, you know, presenting facts and reasoning, you know, I can be convinced to change my opinion. And I think that can sound like a waffle type of an idea. How do you want to be in which year pre-board Goyat begin with you, Mark? Is a girl which year pre and post your life, then ask. Is super helpful. Is the distance selling time to edit the po? LOL. It's CM Punk. Please, the boy 2 verse 1. To be in which year Sanjay DEF, guess hat, superpower 8x is a good day. The distance selling regulations to be a video. Superpower to be in the individual current A. Invest in a hot chocolate from Tim Hortons. That's a good idea. Are you part of the Yamily? What's the Yamily? People who are called tourists say the other side terrorizes them. Thoughts? I mean, that's in essence Pool guy, that's an essence of what all wars boil down to be. You know what I mean? Like every single conflict is just that. You know, it's a conflict. It's two sides that can't agree on something. You know, one person one person says like that the other person is doing something that's unacceptable. The other person, you know, fights against that, right? So that's kind of how it is. Rajat, is Modi good or bad? Fence sitter. Is Trump good or bad? Trump's bad. What's the shield next to my name? Mean it used to be a wrench. I don't know. It's still a wrench on mine, on my end. Maybe it changed on your, like, it still looks like a wrench to me. A or B, there was no in between. I don't think so, bro. I think the world is can be described in shades of gray. You know, there's no such thing as only binary black or white options when it comes to, at least when it comes to a lot of things. Maybe not everything. There's definitely some black and white subjects, but I think a lot of them are up and down, you know? Okay, Raja, I've asked you before to stop spamming. You're about to get banned or muted. I'm gonna mute you, just so you know how it feels. Only for 1 minute. Just for 1 minute. Think about what you did. Make it 5. No, he's getting 1 minute, guys. We're all forced to choose A or B. Who's forcing us, Average Joe? Who's forcing us? You can choose whatever you want, you know what I mean? No spamming. I feel like he wanted to get banned, you know what I mean? Like he was trying to. Raja was trying to get banned. I swear to God, he was he kept pushing the limit a little bit. He started saying nonsensical things and getting me to read them, and not even like funny ones. Like it was just actually nonsensical gibberish. And then he kept going with the spamming, and at that point, it was just spammed emoji kittens or whatever. So I had to I had to give him a little bit of a timeout. Life is too boring if you can only choose A or B. Life's about exploring new ways of seeing things. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, guys. And I, like I said, I've said this before. I like to think long and hard about the options. You know what I mean? Like if somebody asks me a question, you know, I'm not just gonna blurt out the first thing that comes to mind because it might not be it might not be what I actually feel or think. It just could be like a gut instinct, like a reaction. But then you think about it a little bit harder, and then suddenly, you know, you realize like, you know, the error of your ways. Yeah, I'm in the park right now, as you can see. I'm outside. 1 minute already. Make it 5, please. What do you guys think? Should I make it 5? He's already out. Shut up, guess what? 5. Guys, what are we thinking? Shut up, guess what? Stop it, Raja. But yeah, let's go back to the question from before. About remote viewers. If you're forced to choose between one thing or the other, it can create conflicts in many areas, but finding common ground between two things can often bring people closer. No, Amazon Center phone call spamming. Read my previous comment. Okay, let's go back and I can read it. I might have missed it. People who are called tourists say the other side terrorizes them. Thoughts? That was your previous comment, right? Or did I miss another one? think that was it, right? Not that one. Jeez. Go back again. Read my previous comment. How there's wars for oil, and the people fighting down own the oil, but want to control it. That one? The oil one? We are kind of forced comment. Yeah, we know Raja. I heard this theory one time, guys, that oil is sentient, and like it's not just like it's, you know how oil is like in the ground, it's like black, you know, and it's like slippery or whatever, and you know, it's used to like power machines or whatever, you know, make energy or whatever. But anyways, the theory goes though that this oil, this substance, it's a sentient being. It's not just like inanimate, you know, non-living being. It's actually a sentient, living and thinking being. It has a conscience. And the theory goes that the oil is driving humanity into war with each other on purpose, because it wants to escape from being buried under the earth. What bro talking about? This is a crazy theory, guys. Like this one is like one of the most out there theories that I've ever heard. Like it's one of the most tinfoil hatty theory that's out there. But it's basically saying that oil itself is a sentient, conscious being that is controlling all of humanity and purposely forcing us into wars with each other so that we can extract more oil, because it wants to escape, because it's buried under the earth right now and it wants to get out. It wants to get out. It wants to get released. It wants to get burned, right? Yeah. I don't know if anybody's heard that one. No, nobody wants to touch that one. It's too, that one's too hot. Bro, that's a green screen, right? No, this is real. I'm outside. I'm not gonna read that one. Shut up, Raja. You stink curry. Holy cheekbones, hockey. Do I have cheekbones? Thanks. Cool park. Looks like a really nice area. Side note, I love curry. Me too. What bro talking about? It's cold as F out here. It's calling for snow in the morning. That's not a real garden, right? I could see myself smoking a joint and drinking some coffee there. Yeah, let's blame it on oil. On our BS. P. Diddy had all the oil. Read my previous comment. 2 comments. I thought oil was just made of decomposing animal matter. Yeah, it might be, right? It might be made of decomposing animal matter, right? Like that's what they claim. It was dinosaurs that got like crushed under the rocks or whatever, and that somehow turned into oil. I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know the conventional explanation, but that's like the like the 100 million time dumbed down version of it is it's a bunch of old animals and plants and stuff that got crushed by layers of earth, and it turned into oil. But the theory goes that the oil is sentient and it's a conscious being that is basically enslaved humanity in forcing us to extract it from the earth, go to wars with each other. All the war machines that we have require more oil, you know? You're not going to read? Okay, I'll go back and read your previous comments. we are kind of forced to comment. Not that one. Read my previous comment. People who are called tourists say that the other side terrorized them. Thoughts? Read my previous comment. How's there wars for oil, but the people fighting down own all the oil but want to control it? That I read that one a bunch of times. That's how I told you guys about that one. We are AI. We are just computers regurgitating everything we have experienced and we have been programmed from elementary school to high school to college. We're all just predictable. That's how they control. Rice and broccoli. Just touch real grass hockey. Oh, I touch real grass every day, guys. Liquid dinosaurs. Can we blame the Egyptian wars on oil too? Yeah, no, the theory actually goes back to like the beginning of time. That the conscious oil being has always been in control. Like it's been around since the like the caveman days, and it's been constantly the invisible hand that pulls the strings of the puppets. You know what I mean? Hockey's a good lad. That's why he's successful. Thanks, Arian. Hockey, he's trolling you, man. He's trolling you, bro. Guess what is super helpful to me? A person who thinks all the time. Guess what is the distance? Rice and broccoli? Not necessarily. Computers don't have free will. Shut up, Raja. A person who thinks all the time. Have you considered magnet fishing for items and views? Oh, like going down to the river with a magnet and a fishing line and trying to find like some metal or something? Hey, man, I was talking with Zara. She's going to be my sis-in-law soon, you know? You get it? I need you to be on my side as well. I'm not playing matchmaker here, Michael, so I'm not gonna touch that comment. Thin crust pizza, crispy. I don't mind a thin crust pizza, guys. I would go for a thin crust pizza. Hell yeah. I like all kinds of pizzas though. Will the Maple Leafs ever win again? Here we go. Here's some real chat now. Paul Rivera came in and saved the chat from the existential dread and the completely lunatic nut bar theories that I was spitting out there, guys. If anyone's interested in the oil one, though, you got to go on. You got to go on YouTube, I think, and you search up the video. There's a book. There's a guy who wrote a whole book about this, and the book itself is kind of a joke. Like it's kind of a joke book, but it's like it's like a long, drawn out essay about why and how oil itself is a sentient being that is controlling and manipulating the entire human race and has been since the beginning of time. But it's kind of like tongue in cheek, like it's not real. I think it's almost like a satire type of book that's poking fun at the insane way that you can view a narrative and make a conspiracy theory. You mean in a way it's the oil that makes Raja spam? Yeah, exactly. Like the oil is actually manipulating everybody. Always wanted to try magnet fishing. It seems fun. Vancouver Canucks franchise record 11 straight losses. Damn, I didn't know Vancouver was that shitty. Like that's so bad. I haven't been paying attention to Vancouver for a little bit because they've just been so bad. You know what I mean? Even though the closest NHL team to me is Vancouver. Like I live in Vancouver Island. Like the only game that I can ever catch right now, like on a whim, would be a Canucks game. And even that, because I live on the island, I'd have to take a boat. But I only went to one game so far this season in person, and it was the Canucks versus the Flames. Millions of views. Oil fish for sentient beings. Do a backflip. Not right now. Hello, Raja. You're literally so handsome. Thanks, Nobar. Michael Miller said, "Well, don't worry, bro. Zara's helping me with that. You were just on my team. That's nothing more. Happy to have you on board." Aryan Pashar is bad boy. Is bad boy. Bro, you look like the ancient hunter gatherer. That's cool. Thanks. I'm typing messages and they're not showing up. That could be, man. Maybe YouTube's censoring you, pool guy. You've put too much enlightenment into the chat, you know, and they didn't want you to say like the truth here. No, I'm just joking. You we on YouTube, bro. Guys, subscribe to HockeyTikTockey. Thanks, Michael Miller. I'll pin your chat even. That's the pinned message of the day, guys. Subscribe. Remember Doug Gilmore from Kitchener? Yeah, he played for the Flames. Then he played for the Maple Leafs, did he not? No. Deep dish pizza, my favorite. Can you not see my comment on how capitalism is slavery? No, I never saw that one. It didn't come up. Like I said, I scrolled back up, pool guy, and I reread all the comments that I could see. Every time you said reread my last comment, the last one that was there was the one about the oil, and then it was the one about the. You said something else, and then it was just. I never read it. Pool guy is poop guy. Oh my God, Raja coming in hard with the insults. Can I put the sentient being in my truck and never have to buy it again? Well, the sentient being wants to be, it wants to be burned, I think, for some reason. Like I think it wants to change form. Like I think its final form is to be like gas or whatever. Like maybe like to be, to be smoke. So I think it wants us to extract it out of the ground and be used, to be refined into smoke somehow. You know what I mean? And so it's orchestrated a way to get people to lust for oil more than anything else in the world, and go to wars with each other to continue extracting more of it. And all the machines, all the machinery that we use, all require oil, right? All the everything, P. Diddy. Go and study for 10th class boards, Rajat. The oil made Diddy do it. Bro, read my comments, the ones after the one you read. Milk tastes the best. I'm back. You mean oil is some spamming could have been aborted, but oil made it be. Exactly. Edmonton, Calgary is a great rivalry. It's the best rivalry. Leave a like too. Thanks, Dan. We can't subscribe 2 times. That's true. If you're already subbed, you can't really sub again, guys. People in the third world nations make what a person in a first world countries make in an hour. They make in a year. Oh yeah, I think I did read that comment. The sentient being wants to be burned and destroy the ozone layer. Thank the Rockefellers for that. Well, the Rockefellers were probably put into place by the sentient being. The oil is gold. Marijuana is an entity of love, if you ask me. Asian kids make shoes that sell for $300 and they only make $50 or 50 cents a day, and they make 100 shoes. Yeah, exactly. The economy's it's kind of really messed up when you really think about it, right? Anyone interested on skinwalker theory? I'm a little interested. Is Colorado still favored to win it all? I think so. Yeah, Colorado is heads and shoulders above everybody else. It's because they have depth at every position, and not even necessarily depth, but it's like superstar depth. You know what I mean? Like they got like one of the best forwards of all time in Nate McKinnon. They got one of the best defensemen of all time in Cale Makar. They've got solid goaltending right now. So they've got a good goaltender, a good defenseman, and a good forward, and those are their tops, right? Their secondary players are also really good. Colorado's just like a class above everybody else right now. Damn, can I hire those kids? I don't think so. Guess what? Because your country probably wouldn't allow that to happen, right? Why you hate India? I never hated India. I heard that skinwalkers are created when a tortured soul dies. Damn, that's scary. What team do you want to win the playoffs? Vegas, the Golden Knights. They literally create the sound of the last person they killed. That's so scary, guys. Hello, love your lives. Can you shout out my brother? Raja Dixon Mias. Raja Dixon Mias. They should go back to Quebec City and play in La Colisée. That'd be cool. They lure you to them. Yesterday's tomorrow is today. Yesterday's tomorrow is today. Yeah, it's right now. That's kind of trippy. And right now it's 11:12 where I'm at, so it's almost tomorrow. How has Raja not been muted yet? He's been muted a couple times. He got a 1 minute timeout. He stuck around to wait. He waited out his sentence. He did the time. He did the crime. He did the time. You know, he was reformed when he got back out. But you know, he soon fell back into a life of spam. For example, a tortured soul of an abused dog or human dies and comes back as an entity of fear manifested. Yeah, I've heard of this for sure. You know, I've definitely heard of this, Dan, about the like even about ghosts and stuff like that. Like some of the ghosts are spirits of people who you know, maybe died in a very traumatic way, and their spirit was so confused and didn't know how to let go of this world, and then ends up haunting it somehow. Yeah, Dan, that's sick. Okay, bye. I'm sleeping. Okay, bye, Raja. Have a good night. Which pizza chain do you guys have over yonder? We have Domino's, Pizza Hut, Panago, Pizza 73, Little Caesars. Um, Actually, I don't know if there's any. There's no Pizza 73s around here, though, to be honest, in my town. But I'm just naming Canadian ones, like the ones that I've seen around. But here in the town that I specifically live, I've seen Pizza Hut, Panago. I don't know if I've seen Domino's. Yeah, no, we've seen Domino's. There's a Papa John's, and there's a Papa John's. I think I seen a Little Caesars, and then pizza. There's another one called Local Pizza, which is really good. You know what's trippy? When you look up at the stars, you're seeing the Oast. What's the Oast? Okay, bye. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I don't want to encounter it because it said that if you hear it, they know that you were there. Like in the penalty box, next is a game misconduct. Yeah, exactly. Raja got 5 minutes for fighting. I'm going to school. Raja is pure little Indian that proves that this chat is multicultural. Pretty cool if you ask me. I've walked alone in the woods and have definitely had encounters with things that freaked me out. Nice to mention that the boy to translation. Word of advice, never add the spicy marinara sauce on your pizza from Pizza Hut. I haven't had Pizza Hut in years, to be honest, guys. Stay, Raja. We like you. The past. What's the place with that huge pizza that feeds 50 people? I don't know. Domino's pizza with extra sauce, well done, is good. When you look at the stars, it's kind of like you're looking at a time machine. Oh, yeah, it kind of is. Bro, where are you? It's 11:15 and dark out. No, it's daytime where I'm at. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm in the garage. I forgot about the green screen. It's been on for so long. Why do so many hikers disappear every year? I mean, it could be skinwalkers. It also could just be that like if you go out hiking into the middle of the woods, you can get lost pretty easily. You could end up getting eaten by a bear or another animal or something. You did a great job with the production on Zara's new song. Oh, thanks. Because they just don't want to pay taxes. I swipe up and it's your wife. Oh, nice. If you swipe back up, tell her I said hi. I might go to bed soon, guys. I've been on live for 152 minutes now. And it's past 11. It's almost my bedtime. I got to wake up early. I took a nap earlier though, guys, so I'm actually not that bad. I thought you were going to hear your battle cry at the end of this song. But alas. I can't do a battle cry inside the house, guys. I need to be outdoors to do it. Sorry, chest lights. I just would feel too awkward about doing a battle cry with other people in my home. You know what I mean? What time you got to get up tomorrow? Probably 8 a.m. I walked through a trail at night and had bushes throughout it. And one night I was walking, I saw some freaky looking figures run from bush to bush, hiding as I walk by. Oh my God, that's so scary, bro. That is so scary. But at the end of the day, I think that you're protected though. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that scary entities like that could ever harm you if you have like pure thoughts and intentions in your heart, you know? Like I think you're protected. So you have nothing to worry about. My ex-roommate didn't want to pay taxes and is known as the biggest crook in American history. Who's your ex-roommate? Is his name Donald Trump? I saw a video that said every hour you waste during your 20s will be debt you'll have to pay on later. I mean, that's kind of true, but I don't know. I don't know if that's really true. I mean, what about somebody who just ended up getting lucky when they were like 29, for example? Like, say they wasted all their 20s somehow, like when they were between the years of 20 and 28. And then one day, and when they turned 29, they just like straightened their life out, did a bunch of good stuff, figured things out, and boom, they didn't have to pay. I plan on making some videos about my hiking experiences soon. You should, man. That'd be sick. Do it. I love making hiking videos. I've made a bunch of them already. You can check them out on my channel. I think I have probably about 12 different hiking videos. What's my favorite hockey team is Calgary Flames. You two will have a great life. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Guess what? Robert F. Smith, the largest NPA agreement ever. Google it. Okay, I'll have to remember that after. Well, wait, I never asked this, but do you have any siblings? I have a brother. Is LeBron James a good hockey player? I would probably suggest that LeBron James would be terrible at hockey. Because he probably doesn't know how to skate. So if you don't know how to skate, you can't really play hockey at all, really. If he learned how to skate, he would probably be amazing at hockey, to be honest, because he's a professional athlete. And I heard that he was super duper athletic. Like, maybe not now. Like, LeBron's pretty old at this point in his career, so I think he's slowing down a lot. He's fallen off a little bit. But I remember learning about LeBron back years ago, like literally like 20 or so years ago, when he was just entering into the league. And everybody talked about how athletic he was, you know, how fast and how strong and how agile of a player he was, and that's what made him so great. So, with that being said, if you taught him to skate and play hockey, I'm sure he'd be great at hockey. But my guess is that he's probably a terrible hockey player right now. Yes, hockey, you were right. I was very much at peace with myself at the time and was very creeped out, but marched through it with no fear and complete trust in the higher power. Yeah, exactly. There's some scary things like that. Like, you get like creeped out by shadows and like, um, that creeped out feeling, but I think nothing bad could ever happen to you if you're protected. You kind of look like Diddy. Oh God. Does your brother do YouTube Live? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even do like social media really. A little boy paid $11 for how to scam a book. He's mad and it's been 11 months and no book has arrived yet. Damn. Wasn't there some hockey player who almost got his throat slashed by another player's skate? Oh, that happened. Yeah, I actually read that guy's book. His name was Clint Malarchuk, and he was a goalie. And it happened. His jugular got cut on the ice, and um, if if he didn't receive medical attention within the minutes that he did, like he was like being treated in the arena by the medical staff, like the EMS or EMTs or doctors or whoever they have on staff there, within minutes of the accident, he would have died that day. But he survived and he went on to continue playing. Hey Dan, I want to add you on my Instagram. You have to start skating before you can walk. Thoughts on the universe being infinite. I already covered that earlier in this live, no name brand. I'm sorry, I don't want to go over it again. We already covered it a little bit. Actually, for quite a long time during this live stream earlier. Maybe you missed it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Arian. I don't have Instagram at the moment, but maybe we'll use it again soon. Maybe I've been off social media for a while. Should I get NHL 26? Yes. Oh man, you sounded like a good fellow. I remember we kissed at the gay bar in Montreal. Euro African, keep dreaming, bro. You can find me here every time hockey goes live. I'll keep everyone updated whenever I post my first video. Yeah, do it one day, Dan. You know what you should do is do a go back to the forest where it happened if you can, and like during the day and whatever, bring your camera, do a little walkthrough, and then do a captioned like a voiceover, like explaining what happened, like your experience with the supernatural event that happened. Do you have PS5? Not anymore. I used to have PS4, I think, but I never got a PS5, and I don't have any game system right now. But I used to game on all the NHLs. Like I had NHL 2004, 2005, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to like I think about 19 or something, and then I'd stop playing. I just haven't played games in a long time. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna go and crash Zara's live. Don't let us keep you from your sleep. Yeah, that's true. I hate how fast-paced NHL is, but I can get used to it. No, I know. It actually is such a tough game to play. Like if you've never played the NHL series before and then you just try to get into it, it's so hard to get into. Hey,
You know what
Zara.
song came out?
Oh, did it?
It did.
No, actually, I did know that because somebody said, "Oh, good job on the production of your latest song or whatever."
Thank you. I'm showing my chat. My next song
Mm-hmm.
is going to be under this beat.
Oh, did you find like
This is gonna be my next rap.
whatchamacallit? Royalty free beat?
Yeah. This is for my rap.
Like it's a
I'm making
free.
rap.
You're making a rap?
Listen.
Okay.
Imagine me, desert. Like we'll go to the desert for this. An Arabic and English fusion. It's gonna be half Arab, half English. Yeah, I mean.
And this is free? This is royalty free? Copyright free?
Yeah, we just listen to it. Do you hear? This is it. Imagine me. China. He said China. Fine, Great Wall of China. Imagine it. Right?
Yeah, I loved it. This is the beat that's gonna be the next
This is for the rap.
for Zara's next song, her rap song. Tell me who you got in the Stanley Cup. Vegas.
This is for the rap.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end my live and go to bed, baby.
Do you want me to leave?
Well, unless you are you gonna keep living?
Just for like 30.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish my tea though, because I got a new cup of tea because you made me some tea.
Oh yeah, I did. I just heated it up for you too.
Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sit.
I just have to talk more quietly here, guys, because I don't want to wake up everybody else who's sleeping. I didn't know what the beat's called. Just wait until Zara puts out her next song, and then you can hear it. Couldn't get a word out with the guy spamming. Who was spamming? Was it Raja again? I saw a really awesome entity one time while camping alone with my dog. By far one of my coolest experiences to date. You know what's crazy is I don't think I've ever seen an entity like that or like a something like what you're describing, but so many times when I look up at the night sky, like looking up at the stars, I always see like lights and I can't understand what they are. Like they look like they're flying around, like they're not airplanes. They're not helicopters. They're not, I don't know what they are, but I've seen a bunch of lights. And where I live right now, it's actually really easy to see the stars because we're so close to the ocean and there's not too much light pollution here. So you can actually easily see up the stars. I have so many drawings of it that I'll have to share with you someday. I saw a ghost once, but there was a physiological explanation. I had a dream once of it was what do you call that? Sleep paralysis. I had a sleep paralysis dream once. Like a really bad one. This is a special snack. It has dates inside of it. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Looked humanoid, but made of white and blue ribbon, like strands, like he was wearing a white robe thing. That's so crazy, bro. That looks freaking dank, fam. Yeah, I know. They're actually amazing. They're like little, It's like bread, but it has like this stuff inside of it. This is like date. It's sweet. It's kind of sweet and salty. I love it. They should sell them at Tim Hortons. They should, guys. I think Tim Hortons should do more collabs, to be honest. Be good with jalapenos and ketchup. I don't think so. They're sweet. Dates are sweet, bro. It's like a dessert. Yeah, I think Tim Hortons should do more collabs. We have Tim Hortons in Houston on Westheimer Road. Nice. That's awesome, bro. You're so lucky, Paul. Big Mac on 3 a.m. is diabolical. Hmm. Is this a gay stream? Um, the long answer is no. The short answer would probably also be no. Houston needs an NHL team. I've heard that if the NHL is planning to expand, the next markets that they're looking into is Houston is a big one. Like if they're ever going to add more teams, which they might add a couple more teams here and there. The biggest rumors that I've heard is Houston, Atlanta, even though Atlanta's already had 2 teams that have both folded, Quebec City, and back to Phoenix, even though Phoenix has already tried to have a team. And then another one that personally I think would make the most sense would be Hamilton. In like it's like another suburb of Toronto. Like it's in the greater Toronto area, but it's big enough. Toronto's big enough they could have 2 teams. Like you know how New York has 2 teams? The Rangers and the Devils and even the Islanders. And Los Angeles has 2 teams. They have the Anaheim Ducks and the LA Kings. They could put another team in the Toronto area. Sorry, I missed a bunch of comments, guys. Let me go back. Are you good enough for heaven? Ever lied or stolen before? Ever lusted or hated anyone before? That's a really interesting question, Clark Kent. But I think the truth about everybody is nobody's perfect. Everybody's stolen. Everybody's lied. Everybody's lusted or hated at some point in their life. You know, like nobody's without sin. So thanks for asking. GTF out here, Clark. Heaven is just a concept, not an actual place. The flames are fire. The flames fire of Atlanta. Yeah, there used to be a team called Atlanta Flames. They ended up going to Calgary. There used to be a team called Atlanta Thrashers. They ended up going to Winnipeg, Cuba. Heaven is an actual spiritual, physical place. Jesus Christ. You look like that one science guy, the one, his name I forgot. Really? Tiger Cats, Quebec City. We broke God's law, but Jesus paid our fine. Nope. The yeah, the Greater Toronto area is, people call it GTA, which is kind of funny because everyone knows GTA as the video game Grand Theft Auto. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Um, but yeah, they have suburb towns, and one of them is called Hamilton. Hamilton Tiger Cats is the CFL team, but anyways, I think that they could have another NHL team there. Just because Toronto's so busy, like there's so many people there, and there's so many fans there that it's a big enough market. There's enough people that would go to the games. Ever missed an easy goal? Oh yeah, a million times. If anything, I feel like there's something wrong with me right now. Like I think I have a mental block right now that I haven't been scoring lately. Like, I know it's a mental block. No, it's probably also a physical block. I think I need to work on my shot. Don't know anyone who's been to heaven, but I do know people who've reached enlightenment. Jesus Christ was one for sure. Bill Nye and Robert Smith went to the same university. Wait, who's Robert Smith again? Is that a who is that again? How much goals get scored per game usually in hockey? Mm, I think probably on average right now, like if I had to guess, would be like 5 to 6, between 5 and 6. The taller you are, the closer to heaven you will be. If you're very short, we already know where you're going. LOL. What the hell? Summer Page. Summer Page. Bro. Everybody who's short on here, they're steaming right now. Like they're just absolutely steaming right now. I'll be right back, guys. You have a BWC? Ha ha ha, correct, I do. Are you 6'4" tall? If so, how's the weather up there? No, I'm only 6 feet tall. What's a BWC? I'm 5'10". Concerts are great. Actually, that would be one benefit of being really tall, is having a good view of everything, yeah. But there's probably some drawbacks too, to be honest. Like, for example, airplanes are so uncomfortable as it is. But imagine being really tall. It'd be so uncomfortable to have to sit on an airplane for hours. Whiskey. No, this is tea. This is Iraqi chai. See, can you see the steam? If I hold it still, you guys can see. WestJet. He's not going to be winning the Lady Bing trophy. No, that's for dang sure. It's Jim Beam whiskey or bourbon. I like it. Oh, if. I think it was supposed to say if. If Jim Beam whiskey or bourbon, I like it regardless. Okay, guys. Final thing I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna do the top fans of the night. So we have, guess what? Number one with 225 points. Summer Page was number two, also with 225 points. Chest Lights was three, 225 points. I don't know why you guys got ranked in that order. It didn't seem like there was any difference, but that was the rankings. Honorable mention to Anthony Henrique, Pool Guy, Mr. Croc, Chronic Carlos, Michael Mueller, Bridger P, User XR697278, One of the Best Ones, No Name Brand 2079, Derek Jevin, Paul Rivera, Valley Android, MPV5, Dan Mancreek, Nino Mercury, Ronier, Gary G, Misa, Clark Kent, Average Joe, Hoot, Sebastian DeJarlis, Chris Cowan, Ariane Prashar, John P, Fighter QT, Isla Vanul, Aria from Winterthorn, Hakadushi, John 415, Break From It, Dart the Ball, Arboreal Octopi, King Toronto, Pixel Lassie, Euro African, Skirts 8206, Chris 6789, BXG Boogie, Fedspoon, Foxhound, No Bar Donor, Loose Anus, Rebel 401, and The Stoic Man. Good job, you guys. Thank you all for watching, guys. I'm going to be ending off the live here. Just wanted to remind everybody to subscribe if you forgot to subscribe by this point. And genitals. No, but there was literally a Lou Sanus on there, guys. I'm not joking. Greetings from Ismer Dermeric. Thanks, guys. These are all just the, those are all the viewers. I just wanted to give them a huge shout out, guys. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be on again tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.